It begins with a truth many refuse to accept. Loneliness is not a curse, it is a calling. For those who walk the path of the chosen ones, solitude is not merely an emotional state, it is a sacred initiation, an entry into a realm few dare to tread. You might have questioned, why am I always alone? Why do friendships slip through my fingers like sand? Why does love seem unattainable? Society might label it as a flaw, a sign that something is wrong with you. But here lies the revelation. You were never meant to belong to the ordinary. You were chosen to transcend it. There is a hidden truth that the world seldom speaks of. The chosen ones, those destined for higher purpose, cosmic connection, and spiritual awakening, carry an energy so profound, so distinct, that it disrupts the fabric of everyday human interaction. It is not your fault that people fail to understand you. It is their inability to resonate with the frequency of your soul. This energy is your essence, and it acts as both a shield and a beacon, repelling the shallow while attracting the rare and extraordinary. Have you ever felt this magnetic contradiction? That paradox of being drawn to connection yet perpetually standing apart? You are not broken. You are set apart by design. And here's the shocking revelation. Your solitude, as painful as it may feel, is the greatest gift the universe could bestow upon you. It is not a punishment, but a preparation. The chosen ones are forged in isolation, their spirit refined in the crucible of silence, their purpose revealed in the stillness that others fear. There is a reason why you are alone, and it is far greater than anything you could imagine. You are being prepared for a destiny that few could comprehend, a path that requires strength, clarity, and a connection to forces beyond this world. This journey is not without its cost. Isolation can feel like exile. It can strip away illusions, leaving you bare before the vastness of existence. But it is in this raw state that the chosen ones find their truth. The pain of loneliness is not meant to break you but to awaken you. In the silence, you will hear the whispers of the divine. In the emptiness, you will uncover the fullness of your purpose. And here is where the mystery deepens. What if your solitude is not only shaping you but shielding you, protecting you from relationships and connections that could dilute your purpose or drag you into the mundane? You are not alone in your struggle, though it may feel that way. There are others, scattered like stars in the cosmic tapestry, who walk a similar path. They too feel the weight of their calling, the aching beauty of their solitude. This message is for you, the one who feels misunderstood, unseen, and unconnected. By the end of this journey, you will not only understand why you are alone, but you will embrace it as a sacred passage, a divine initiation into the fullness of your potential. Prepare yourself. The answers you have been seeking are about to unfold in ways that will challenge everything you thought you knew. The energy of the chosen ones is not merely different, it is otherworldly. This is the essence that separates you from the crowd, the invisible current that both draws people to you and keeps them at a distance. Your energy vibrates on a frequency so elevated that it disrupts the normal flow of human interaction. Those who sense it may be intrigued, even mesmerized, but they cannot remain. Like moths circling a flame, they may draw close, but your light is too intense for the unprepared. This is not rejection, it is alignment. Only those who are ready to match your authenticity will remain. Authenticity is your natural state. You were not born to blend in, to follow the patterns of the ordinary, or to live in the shadows of societal expectations. You carry within you a raw and unfiltered truth, an energy that exposes falsehood wherever it is found. People sense this, even if they cannot articulate it. Some will feel threatened by it. Others will see it as a mirror reflecting their own unfulfilled potential. And so, they retreat, leaving you to wonder why connections feel fleeting, superficial, or incomplete. But the truth is that your authenticity is a filter, removing what does not resonate with your higher purpose. This filtering process can feel like a curse. You long for companionship, for someone who understands the depth of your soul, yet your energy naturally repels the insincere and the unworthy. This is not because you are unlovable, it is because you are irreplaceable. The chosen ones are not meant to settle for mediocrity, to compromise their essence for the sake of convenience. Your solitude is a reflection of your sacred boundaries, a divine protection that ensures only the most genuine can enter your space. Have you noticed how people are often drawn to your presence, yet seem to pull away once they experience the depth of who you are? This is the paradox of the chosen ones. You carry an energy so pure, so elevated, that it forces others to confront their own shadows. It is not your intention to provoke this, but your mere existence does so. Your energy exposes truth, and truth is something many are not prepared to face. This is why your connections are rare and why your relationships often feel unbalanced. You may have also experienced moments when your energy feels overwhelming, not just to others, but to yourself. The intensity of your own authenticity can feel like a burden, a weight you carry that others do not understand. But this intensity is your power. It is the essence of who you are, a cosmic gift that aligns you with your higher calling. To dull it, to suppress it, would be to deny your purpose. And so, you walk this path of solitude, not because you are meant to be alone forever, but because you are being refined, prepared for connections that match your true self. Your authenticity is magnetic, but it is also selective. It attracts only what resonates with the highest vibrations. This is why you may find yourself surrounded by emptiness at times. It is the universe clearing the space for something greater. The friendships, relationships, and connections you long for are not absent because you are unworthy. They are absent because they are not yet aligned with your energy. When they come, they will not require you to shrink, to compromise, or to hide your truth. They will celebrate the fullness of who you are. Many chosen ones struggle with the idea that their energy makes them too much for others. But what if this too much is exactly what the world needs? Your intensity, your depth, your authenticity, they are not flaws. They are your gifts. They are what set you apart, what make you capable of seeing beyond the veil, of understanding truths that others cannot comprehend. Do not apologize for being too much. Instead, embrace it. Your energy is a force, a power that cannot be dimmed, and it is this power that will draw the right souls into your life. As the world around you struggles to find meaning in chaos, your energy stands as a beacon, a reminder of what is real and true. This is why you were chosen. This is why your authenticity cannot be compromised. You are here not just to live, but to illuminate, to inspire, and to transform. The solitude you experience now is not a barrier. It is a preparation. You are being shaped into a vessel capable of holding and sharing the divine energy that flows through you. Remember this, your energy is sacred, your authenticity is your power, and your solitude is the key to unlocking your destiny. There is a moment in the life of every chosen one that alters the very fabric of their existence, the spiritual awakening. This is not a gentle transition, but a profound and often disorienting shift that shakes the foundations of your reality. Suddenly, the world you once knew feels unfamiliar, as though a veil has been lifted, revealing a deeper truth hidden beneath the surface. What you once considered normal now feels hollow, and the paths others walk seem shallow in comparison. This awakening is not accidental. It is the universe pulling you closer to your purpose, forcing you to see the world as it truly is. But with this awakening comes a heavy cost. The things that once brought you comfort, the friendships, routines, and even the dreams you once pursued, no longer resonate with your soul. You feel detached, as though you are watching life unfold from a distance. This is not because you have changed in a small way. It is because your very essence has evolved. You are no longer aligned with the illusions of the mundane. The spiritual awakening breaks you open, exposing you to the infinite, and that exposure can feel both exhilarating and isolating. One of the greatest challenges of this transformation is the realization that not everyone will understand or support the path you now walk. People who once felt like home may now feel like strangers. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly may now feel forced or empty. This is the painful but necessary process of detachment. As your consciousness rises, your energy shifts, and the connections that once fit your old self begin to dissolve. It is not because you are unworthy of connection. It is because your soul is shedding what no longer serves its higher calling. Have you felt the weight of this transformation? the simultaneous beauty and sorrow of awakening? It is as though you are being born again, yet this rebirth is not into a world of comfort but into one of vast, incomprehensible truth. The spiritual awakening is both a blessing and a trial. It opens your eyes to the divine mysteries of existence, but it also forces you to confront the shadows within yourself and the world around you. This confrontation is not easy, but it is essential. Only by facing these truths can you step fully into your power as a chosen one. As you awaken, you may feel a growing tension within your soul, a pull between the earthly and the divine. The things that once seemed important, success, recognition, material gain, begin to lose their meaning. Instead, you are drawn to something greater, something eternal. This is the call of the chosen ones, to step away from the illusions of the world and align with the infinite. But this alignment often comes with solitude, as the journey requires you to release what is familiar in order to embrace what is sacred. During this time, you may feel a profound sense of loss, as though you are mourning the life you once had. And in many ways, you are. The spiritual awakening demands a sacrifice. The old version of yourself must die so that the new one can be born. This death is not physical, but it is no less real. It is the letting go of everything that no longer aligns with your higher purpose. It is painful, yes, but it is also liberating. Through this process, you are stripped of illusion and brought face to face with the truth of who you are. What many fail to understand is that the spiritual awakening is not a one-time event. It is a continuous unfolding, a lifelong journey of becoming. Each layer of awakening brings you closer to your divine purpose, but it also deepens your sense of separation from the ordinary world. This is why the path of the chosen ones can feel so isolating. But take heart, this isolation is not the end of the story. It is the bridge to something far greater, a connection not just with other souls, but with the infinite itself. You are not alone in this transformation, though it may feel that way. Across the globe, others are awakening, experiencing the same profound shifts, the same struggles and revelations. You are part of a cosmic lineage, a sacred network of souls who have been called to rise above the illusions of the world and bring light to the darkness. Your awakening is not a random event, it is a deliberate act of the universe, a divine invitation to step into your true power. And while the road may be lonely, it leads to a destiny beyond your wildest imagination. For the chosen ones, relationships are often the most challenging terrain to navigate. While others seem to effortlessly form bonds, you may feel as though every connection is fraught with complexity, misunderstanding, or imbalance. This is not because you are unworthy of love or friendship, but because your energy requires a depth that most are not ready to offer. Superficial connections cannot survive in the presence of your authenticity. What you seek is not mere companionship but resonance, a meeting of souls that aligns with your higher purpose. And such resonance is rare. You may have found yourself in relationships where you felt like you were giving too much, carrying the emotional weight while receiving little in return. This is a common experience for the chosen ones, whose natural empathy and sensitivity often draw them into roles of healer, guide, or protector. But these unbalanced dynamics can leave you drained, forcing you to withdraw in order to preserve your energy. It is not selfish to protect yourself. It is necessary. You cannot fulfill your purpose if you are constantly depleted by connections that take without giving. The truth is that most people are not equipped to handle the intensity of a relationship with a chosen one. Your depth, your authenticity, your unyielding desire for truth, all of these qualities can feel overwhelming to those who are still entangled in the illusions of the world. They may admire you, even be drawn to you, but they cannot fully meet you where you are. This is why so many chosen ones experience a cycle of fleeting relationships, connections that begin with promise but ultimately fade away. It is not your fault. It is the nature of your path. And yet, the longing for true connection remains. You are not immune to the human desire for love, companionship, and understanding. But unlike others, you cannot settle for less than what your soul demands. You cannot pretend to be someone you are not, or shrink yourself to fit into relationships that lack depth or authenticity. This is the paradox of the chosen ones. Your energy calls for connection, but your soul insists on alignment. And so, you wait, often in solitude, for the rare and sacred bond that will truly resonate with your essence. This waiting can feel endless, even agonizing. There may be times when you question whether such a connection is even possible. But take comfort in this truth: the universe has not forgotten you. The same force that awakened you, that set you apart, is also guiding you toward the relationships that will fulfill your soul. These connections may not come quickly, but when they do, they will be worth the wait. They will not require you to compromise your authenticity, but will instead amplify it, creating a bond that is as powerful as it is rare. In the meantime, the relationships you long for are being prepared, just as you are being prepared to receive them. The solitude you experience now is not a void but a space of transformation. It is teaching you to rely on yourself, to deepen your connection with the divine, and to heal the wounds that might otherwise sabotage your future connections. By embracing this solitude, you are creating the conditions for true love and friendship to enter your life. Remember this: you are not alone in your struggles, nor are you destined to be alone forever. The chosen ones are never truly isolated, for their souls are connected to a divine web that transcends time and space. The relationships you seek will come, not as a result of chasing or forcing, but as a natural alignment of energies. Trust the process, trust your journey, and know that the connections destined for you will find their way to you in perfect timing. Until then, your solitude is not a burden, it is a blessing in disguise, a sacred preparation for the love and friendship your soul truly deserves. To be a chosen one is to feel deeply, not just emotionally, but energetically. You are a vessel that absorbs the vibrations of the world around you, often without realizing it. The joy, pain, and chaos of others flow into your being like an unseen current, leaving you with a heaviness that is not entirely your own. This heightened sensitivity is both a gift and a burden. It allows you to understand others on a profound level, to sense their unspoken truths and hidden struggles. Yet it also makes you vulnerable to exhaustion, emotional overwhelm, and even physical fatigue. This sensitivity sets you apart, but it can also make the world feel unbearable at times. Crowded spaces, loud environments, and emotionally charged interactions can leave you drained, as though the weight of the world has been placed upon your shoulders. You may find yourself retreating into solitude, not because you dislike people, but because your soul requires the stillness to process and release the energies you have absorbed. This is not weakness, it is wisdom. You are protecting your essence, preserving your light in a world that often takes without giving. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the unspoken tension, the lingering sadness, or the hidden joy? This is the sensitivity of the chosen ones at work. You are attuned to the energies that others overlook, the vibrations that ripple beneath the surface of reality. While this awareness is a powerful tool for navigating the world, it also leaves you open to the emotional chaos of those around you. Without proper boundaries, you risk losing yourself in the flood of external energies, mistaking their pain for your own. This sensitivity is not a curse, it is a sacred gift, an ability that allows you to connect with the unseen, to understand the unspoken, and to heal the wounds that others cannot articulate. But like any gift, it must be nurtured and protected. You must learn to discern which energies are yours to carry and which belong to others. You must create boundaries, not walls that isolate you, but sacred spaces that preserve your essence while still allowing you to engage with the world. It is also essential to recognize the importance of energetic cleansing. Just as the body requires rest and nourishment, so too does the soul. Practices such as meditation, grounding, and intentional solitude are not luxuries for the chosen ones, they are necessities. They allow you to release the energies that weigh you down, to realign with your higher self, and to restore the light that is uniquely yours. Without these practices, your sensitivity can become a source of pain rather than power. Many chosen ones struggle with the idea of being too sensitive, as though this trait is a flaw that must be fixed. But what if this sensitivity is exactly what makes you extraordinary? What if your ability to feel deeply is the very reason you were chosen? The world needs souls like yours, souls that can perceive the unseen, heal the broken, and bring light to the darkness. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, It is your superpower. It allows you to navigate the complexities of existence with a wisdom and depth that few possess. And yet, even as you embrace this gift, you must remember to care for yourself. The burden of feeling deeply is not one you are meant to carry alone. The universe has equipped you with this sensitivity for a reason, but it has also provided you with the tools to manage it. By honoring your limits, practicing self-care, and seeking the solitude you need, you can transform this burden into a source of strength. You are not here to drown in the energies of the world. You are here to rise above them, to transform them, and to guide others toward the light. There is a sacred wisdom hidden in the solitude of the chosen ones, a truth that is often misunderstood by the world. What may feel like isolation, even abandonment, is in fact a divine preparation. Solitude is not a punishment, it is a sanctuary, a space where your soul can unravel the noise of the external world and reconnect with its eternal source. It is in the silence of being alone that the whispers of the universe become clear. You are not abandoned. You are being drawn closer to the essence of who you are. The world around you is chaotic, filled with distractions that pull the soul away from its higher purpose. For the chosen ones, solitude acts as a shield, a barrier that protects you from the illusions and noise that would otherwise dilute your clarity. In this space of stillness, you are free to reflect, to heal, and to align with the divine forces guiding your journey. It is not an easy path, but it is a necessary one. You cannot carry the weight of your purpose while being entangled in the chaos of the world. Within this solitude, a transformation begins to take place. The layers of false identity, the masks you've worn to fit in, the roles you've played to appease others, start to fall away. You are left with the raw truth of your being, a truth that is both terrifying and liberating. It is in this state of vulnerability that your greatest strength is revealed. The solitude strips away what is not real, leaving behind only what is eternal. This is the essence of your awakening, the moment when you begin to see yourself not as the world sees you, but as the universe intended you to be. But this process is not without its challenges. Solitude often forces you to confront the parts of yourself that you would rather ignore, the fears, doubts, and wounds that lie hidden beneath the surface. This is the shadow work of the chosen ones, the inner alchemy that transforms pain into power, fear into faith, and wounds into wisdom. The isolation you experience is not meant to break you, but to forge you into the person you are destined to become. It is a trial by fire, a crucible that refines your spirit and prepares you for the greatness that lies ahead. Many chosen ones struggle with the loneliness of this process, wondering if it will ever end. But solitude is not a permanent state, it is a phase of preparation. Just as the caterpillar retreats into the cocoon before emerging as a butterfly, so too must you retreat into solitude to undergo your transformation. The isolation you feel now is a sign that something profound is happening within you, a shift that will prepare you for the next chapter of your journey. In this sacred solitude, you will find healing. The wounds you carry, whether from childhood, past relationships, or even past lifetimes, are brought to the surface so that they can be released. The stillness allows you to see these wounds for what they are, lessons, not limitations. As you confront and release them, you create space within yourself for new energies, new opportunities, and new connections to enter your life. The healing you experience in solitude is not just for you, it is for the world. Your transformation radiates outward, touching the lives of those around you in ways you may never fully understand. It is also in this solitude that your purpose becomes clear. Without the distractions of the external world, you are able to hear the voice of your soul and the guidance of the divine. What may have once seemed confusing or uncertain now begins to align. The pieces of your life, scattered like fragments of a puzzle, come together to reveal a picture of extraordinary purpose. You begin to see that your isolation was not random. It was a deliberate act of preparation by the universe, a necessary step in your journey toward fulfilling your destiny. As you emerge from this period of solitude, you will find that you are no longer the person you once were. The doubts that once plagued you, the fears that once held you back, have been replaced by a quiet confidence and an unshakable faith in your path. You have been stripped of what no longer serves you and filled with the light of your true essence. This is the gift of solitude, a gift that transforms you from within, preparing you to step into the fullness of your power as a chosen one. The connections you seek, the relationships you long for, will come in their own time. But they will not come as distractions or compromises. They will come as reflections of the person you have become, as alignments that amplify your energy rather than diminish it. The solitude you endure now is not separating you from these connections. It is preparing you for them. By embracing this time of stillness, you are creating the conditions for the highest and most meaningful connections to enter your life. Remember, solitude is not the absence of connection. It is the foundation of it. It is in this sacred stillness that you come to understand who you are, why you are here, and what you are meant to do. The isolation you feel now is not an end but a beginning, a doorway to a life of purpose, power, and alignment. Trust the process. Embrace the stillness. And know that in this solitude, you are never truly alone. The universe is with you, guiding you, preparing you, and aligning you with the destiny that was written in the stars before you were born. The journey of the chosen ones is one of paradoxes, of isolation that leads to connection, of pain that births purpose, and of solitude that awakens power. What you once viewed as loneliness is now revealed as a sacred process, a divine alignment orchestrated to prepare you for your destiny. The solitude you have endured, though heavy, has not been in vain. It has been shaping you, refining you, and opening your heart to truths that others may never see. You were not chosen to live an ordinary life. You were chosen to transcend it. But here is the truth that may surprise you. Your solitude was never about punishment. It was about preparation. It was about clearing the clutter of the world, stripping away distractions, and creating space for the emergence of your authentic self. You were chosen not just to awaken, but to illuminate. The struggles you faced, the nights of longing for connection, were not signs of failure, they were signs of becoming. Becoming the person who could carry the weight of a sacred purpose, someone who could withstand the storms of transformation and emerge as a light for others. Now the time has come for you to embrace your solitude not as an enemy, but as an ally. Let the silence be your teacher, the stillness your sanctuary. Begin to see this phase of your life as an initiation into something far greater than you can currently imagine. The universe has chosen you for a reason, and every moment of isolation has been a step closer to aligning with your divine calling. And here is where the truth deepens. Solitude is not your destination, it is the bridge. A bridge that connects you to your purpose, to your true self, and ultimately to others who resonate with your energy and your journey. So, what will you do with this understanding? Will you let the weight of solitude hold you back, or will you rise with the wisdom it has gifted you? This is your moment to act, to step into your purpose with clarity and courage. Begin by deepening your connection with yourself. Reflect, meditate, and embrace the stillness that surrounds you. Use this time to prepare for what lies ahead, for the relationships, opportunities, and experiences that are waiting for you. Trust that they will arrive in perfect alignment, just as you are being perfectly aligned in this very moment. You are a chosen one, destined for greatness, but that destiny is not something that happens to you, it is something you step into. And now is your time.